Medication time. Medication time.
White trash, late night. Come on in, folks, the music gets tight. White trash, late night. We're in the mood and high as a kite. White trash, late night. Your mom is drunk and she just might. White trash, late night. Getting down on a Saturday.
Welcome to White Trash Late Night. I'm Male Fascist Pig.
Sorry, bud.
I did it right.
You did. I'm Reverend Muffington, and this is Angela Wolfe and Chase Burnett. And this is White Trash Late Night, and we have a very special band for you, ladies and gentlemen. Motherfucking Night. So, how has everyone been doing? Mr. Pig, how was your week? Dandy?
Oh, man, my little girl's game last night was one of the best games I ever saw, man. People pay thousands of dollars to go to the Super Bowl, and I watched probably the best co-ed 10 to 13-year-old fucking softball match yesterday. Ended 3-4. Usually they're lopsided, like somebody beat somebody 20-2 or something like that. But
Any fights break out?
No, there wasn't no fights. It was pretty calm, but it was like the most competitive I've seen little kids play, dude.
No angry dads.
I got this one dad. See, he's got the one kid that fucks up all the time, but he's done fucked this kid's head so bad. He just thinks he does a good job no matter what. Because every time he does something,
The dad or the kid?
the kid thinks that. The dad, no matter what the kid does, yeah, he makes some plays, but then he fucks up like royally. Instead of being like, "Hey, man, you should have done this instead of that," he gets no, constructive criticism to be able to do better. Instead, he's in this bubble to where everything he does, his dad's like, "You did a good job, buddy." It's like, not everything's a fucking good job, buddy. And you can go, and you ain't got to scream and holler at kids. You can just tell them. Like, I'm not about the participation trophy shit. Let's fucking win, guys. But still be good sports about it, let's fucking win.
Now, competition is good. I think that there's a point where it does get taken too far.
Yeah, when the parents are acting stupid and fighting each other and
I don't like
all that stuff.
How this last generation has gotten kind of participation trophies, just, I don't know. I mean, I was never good at sports. I didn't have a dad, but I was never good at sports. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, what used to scare me? There was this show that was in Chicago called The Bozo Show.
Yeah.
And they had Bozo the Clown, and they had this...
My dad was on the Bozo Show as a kid.
No shit?
He actually got to go up there and fucking... He threw the balls in the bucket.
That was my dream.
Okay.
He got it. He did it. He got to do it.
That gave me so much anxiety because I didn't want to be the kid who missed it on the first bucket.
Oh, God.
And oh, my God. Can you
what
imagine
rich kid is this that's never done anything in his life?
You saw it so many times. The kid, he'd be like, "You're over it. You're literally over it and still miss it." And I didn't want to be that kid.
There should be
bad.
like one door like the kid gets to go live now. The kid, like, they never saw that kid again.
You always knew that was the kid with no father. You were like, "Oh my God, that poor bastard."
Little Rev.
Yeah, little Rev. Did you like that video that I posted of me 20 years?
Dude, the shit scene at the end is one of the nasty. Was that your shit?
No, that was literally there. Do you know that was an employee's bathroom? That was an employee that did that.
And you just happened to get footage of it and just put it at the end of it.
So I got this new little video camera, so I was recording everything, and I had the night shift, so it was like literally nobody there, and I'm recording. There was so much video I threw out because I was just walking around this Kmart just filming shit, like it was like a serial killer point of view.
But now it's like a '90s cam, you know what I mean? Like, or early
You can tell. It's still got that square ratio.
Oof.
But it's like
any footage from back then just looks creepy now. And I remember I was there when it looked like real, like what high definition now is what it looked like to you back then. Yeah. Kind of like with video games, the graphics back then was like, oh, it'll never get no better than this. And then look at it today.
Yeah, I still don't feel that video game graphics have really made the jumps. Like every system that I look at games that are on the 360 that still look as good as the games that are coming out of the newer systems. I'm not getting it. There's like been three. There's what's the new system that's coming out now?
There's the PlayStation 5, but I guess they're coming out with another PlayStation 6.
That's what I'm saying. That's about done with its life cycle.
There, yeah. They do about 6 to 8 years or something like that.
Yeah, well, every 10 years it's like I remember I had my 360 for 10 years, and at the end of it, I was done, walked away from gaming and everything. Skyrim burnt me out, man.
Oh God.
I couldn't play video games.
Yes.
Yeah, Skyrim burnt me out. It's like, when you get that achievement
Modern
for
Warfare,
300
Call of Duty
hours.
3.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
I played 31 days.
Happy Wars. I played Happy Wars on the 360. It's just like this.
But especially the ones where you can go check your time on like how long you actually played a fucking game.
I'm afraid to check my Warzone time. Yeah, I mean, it was like 3 years.
I've played
the tank game.
No, Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking. Whenever I used to love the Call of Duty, but Modern Warfare 3 was by far. After that, I like Ghosted, and I didn't like that, or any of the what was the other ones, Black Ops or whatever. I just never really liked the Black Ops except for the zombie.
I never really played any
play.
of them, and then I got Warzone, and it was just like a thing every night.
You squad up, man. You
You
would
did
like
a multiplayer? That's what I'm about to say.
Yeah. you
That's
go
why we
in
play-
there
like,
with
we
a
would
squad
play-
and you try to kill 50 other squads.
we really were like we were memberships to where our tags were like gold, and we got to do like all kinds of like competition stuff. Like it would be like 4 hours, what team could get the most kills and shit, and blah blah blah. and we were fucking good. We still never won. Like we would be like massacring motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like
That
from
tank game. Sorry to interrupt. But
Oh, you're good.
that tank game. Are you talking about battle tanks? That was on 64. It'd be like a team.
No,
You'd have
no. This is
different-
the one it's a PC game. It was on the 360 for a little while. I can't remember what it was, but it was just like you get all different fucking tanks from different like real world tanks and everything go up against each other. And
Yeah,
shit.
there's been a
But they've
couple
got
different
different-
tank games
yeah.
in the.
I really don't like the military.
They got
strategy
Farm
games.
Simulator now. You can
They've
go out and
had
fucking
that.
bush hog the field.
They've had that.
You can mow a lawn.
You can mow a fucking lawn.
Goat Simulator was my favorite, but
Do you play video games?
a bit, yeah. I haven't gotten to in a while, but
What's your favorite game?
it's between Skyrim and BioShock.
Dude, I do like
I
the
love
Bioshock.
Bioshock.
Yeah,
Borderlands,
Holy
Bioshock.
fucking shit.
There's a whole book that they came out. I forget when it came out, but I read it when I was 19. And you got to like learn about the main character. He was like a plumber that helped build the entire thing, and you get the whole story from how it was when it began and how it went everywhere. And the book basically leaves off where the game starts.
Nice.
Crazy as hell. It was so good.
It's
No.
rare you get that continuity between book or movie, book, and game.
Yeah.
And it just they do what they
Well,
want.
well, there's a movie
Yeah.
coming out now. There's supposed to be another game in development.
Oh, I heard about the game, yeah.
But I loved like the third game, especially when the DLC where you could go return back
Infinite?
to Rapture.
I was stoked about that. I was like, oh my God.
Wasn't the third one Infinite, where you're actually in the
Yeah,
sky?
In the sky.
Yeah.
And
That
it
was
was
a
pretty
good one.
rad. It wasn't
Because the
like
second one
a-
was really close to the first one.
Right.
And then
But
when he went to the
better.
sky, it was a whole different. That's where Borderlands lost me. When they did Borderlands third one, where you're in outer space, I didn't much care for it.
Speaking of, I want to play the remake of Dead Space so bad I can't stand it. Like I'm buying a system just to play the remake of RE4 and BioShock.
Well, that's how they got
That's
me,
the only
dude.
two games I want to play.
I was big into NCAA football, and last year when they finally had the license to make one, that's why I bought a PlayStation 5. I wouldn't even bought a PlayStation 5 if it wasn't because they had an NCAA fucking football game. It's been
Check.
11 years.
Chase, what's your favorite video game?
There's just so many because there's so many genres like Mortal Kombat and fighting.
If you look at it as a whole, like
Do you guys like Resident Evil?
Loved the first one.
Okay.
Loved the first
I
The
one.
love the
remake or the
franchise.
original?
Both.
Okay, sure.
Both.
Right
I mean,
on.
it was okay. I get so upset at people that get upset about remakes. Like it's a remake. It's not going to be a carbon copy.
yeah.
But as far as
Yeah.
remakes go, I mean, it was pretty like legitimately towards the source material of the original
It
game.
was the
but
second
the
half.
update.
Yeah, the second half took off a little different than it used to, but it's still. I got to run back through the mansion.
Well, so the main thing I liked about it is that they, and I don't know why, because I love the puzzles in Resident Evil, but the fact that they're doing the remakes and they're doing them without the puzzles and it's just like a shooter, runs so much smoother. Because some of those
It was
puzzles,
different now.
man,
Nobody wants to think anymore.
Well, I mean, I do miss it.
If it's a game I know I'm going to have to think, then I'm okay.
Yeah.
But if it's a game where it's like I shouldn't be thinking this much
Yeah.
in this game.
All right,
But I loved Resident Evil 1's puzzles. The rest of them, I don't know so much.
I didn't get to play Resident Evil.
Think,
I don't know why. I
it's-
know I'd
it-
like it from
it-
what I've seen. It just
It's
didn't happen.
great. The GameCube pretty much has all of them as far as the original games. If you could find the GameCube, it's the premium system for those Resident Evil games, and then plus it also has the remakes as well as Resident Evil 0. But yeah, man, like the new remakes that they're doing now, they remade 2 and 3 a couple years back. I got a chance to play them a couple years ago. Those are great. They skipped over Code Veronica, but they got RE4 out now. It's been out for about a year or so. I really want to play that. But Dead Space, man, that's one of those games that I really want to fucking... Dead Space series was great because it was like The Thing and Alien. It's like all the great things about the atmosphere of Alien with all the great Rob Bottin type effects of The Thing. Dude.
Or
All right.
watching someone play it.
We're going to get to our band. They're going to play one more song, and then we'll get to them, talk with them for just a second. So, ladies and gentlemen, Night.
Definitely
fucking love the '90s, man. You guys are. I can tell that you guys like the '90s as well, right?
Yeah.
I can tell. Fuck yeah.
All right, we're going to do a shot in you guys' honor. Pass that one on down.
Tonight.
Oh, well, hey. Tonight.
Tonight.
Don't let him peer pressure you. He did. He let him peer pressure you.
And I gotta say something real quick. You asked my favorite game. It is hands down Devil May Cry. Did y'all ever play those on PlayStation?
Yes.
So I wanted that to be good. Like I'm a big it started out as a Resident Evil game.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
It was supposed to be.
He's like, I'm Castlevania.
And then he changed.
So when I got the game, and my nephew really
You
wanted
talking
to
about
play
the first one?
the very first one,
Love it.
and I got it, man. It was just like the perspective of the artwork is off, and it was just like there was.
The perspective.
It was like Pac-Man. It was like you had to go around and gobble up dots and shit. I'm just like, I can't.
Yeah, I kind of get it. The movement wasn't there yet for the
Yeah.
system that it was on. It should have been a little better.
And it made me wonder what they were going for as far as like a Resident Evil title, because there's a lot. There's the Evil Within was supposed to be a Resident Evil title, and they went ahead and shifted it. That I have never hated a Resident Evil game before until The Village. I hate that fucking game so bad. I can't fucking stand. I am just one of the biggest RE guys. I can't deal with the movies. The movies suck dick, and
Oh yeah, I was so
it
disappointed.
sucks dick so bad. I just, oh my god, I can't fucking stand it. All right, hey, we've got a band. They're called Night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get introduced to the guys. If you guys want to go around, is your mic's hot? All right. Everyone, introduce yourselves and let us know how long you guys have been playing together.
Gotcha. I'm David.
Hi, David.
Yep. That's
Nick.
Hi, Nick.
Rob back there.
Hi, Rob.
We've met- yeah.
What is it? About 2 years now? About 2 years, yeah.
So, do you guys have any horror road stories? Not horror road stories work
Right.
too. I mean, do you have any like fucked up stories for like being on the road? Any gigs that maybe like turned out awry?
No.
Completely uneventful.
Oh no! I was thinking like the first one at TP's. I played for like a bunch of like
Old people.
like senior citizens. You know, walkers.
All right.
Yeah.
Like combined.
Oh, the Blue Hair Society.
Did they
No, but
mosh?
they loved it though.
How about
Yeah,
did they
dude,
mosh?
Oh,
it was.
good.
It might have been one of the better audiences we had. I mean, they were like dancing and stuff. They're like, "Hey, honey, come down. Here's for me."
Well, when you're lonely.
Yeah, the old ladies and the walkers just love me. Yeah.
So tell us about the name Night. What prompted you?
Well,
guys
to be honest, it was pretty simple.
Yeah.
Really, what it was we. It's Nick's
Yeah,
last name.
we don't like
yeah,
that.
I mean,
What?
we didn't. We were sitting there trying to rack our brains, going like, "Let's make something cool," and then everything we came up with was ridiculous. And then I was just like, "Well, I mean, if it worked for Van Halen, let's just do it." So we just took our guitarist's last name, and there
It
you
did
go.
not work for Van Halen. It became a thing of controversy for many years.
Yeah, but they sold millions of records.
They did.
They sold millions of records.
But talk to David Lee Roth. He has a different story. All right. So we're going to do a review. I usually do reviews every once in a while. I'm going to try to do them more often on as far as the bit. So right now we're doing a review. I can't remember. 28 years later, or I like to call 28 yawns later. I've seen it twice. I saw it first in theater.
9 and 20 miles
And
a
I
day.
have two different opinions. The very first opinion about it is when I very first saw it. I was mad because I paid money. I think that's the big thing is that I paid money to see this, and I was mad.
Jimmy, sit still,
Hostile.
keep quiet, and do not
And they
move from the
shouldn't
spot.
sell beers in theater because when you're hostile and you're on a couple of fucking drinks,
Wow.
it makes things worse. Because then you want to fuck the place up. I'm old. I don't want to be in the public fucking shit up. I made so much YouTube videos.
Man, it would have been something. There's a bunch of young cats in there, and you started a revolution.
Stand
up,
Nobody in
just
there.
tear this
There was
place
no
apart.
one in it.
Five,
Not one person
sucks.
was in
We
there.
want our money back.
4, 11,
I
demand for your money back.
I've never demanded my money back. But I would just But you just sneak into another movie, right? Isn't that what you do? Like,
Well, yeah.
your movie
When I went to go see Freddy Got Fingered, I was like, bounce. And I went so much something.
I love that movie so much.
I got 2 hours with my girlfriend. We're going to hop around from theater to theater.
So 28 minutes into 28 years later, you were ready to turn that place
All
on.
right, so look, this is the thing about it. This is the movie. Remember, like, when new Star Wars was coming out, and you're like so excited for Star Wars to come out, and then you finally watch episode 1, and you're like, I'm gonna go to George Lucas's house and knock on his door and shoot him dead in the fucking forehead. I don't know what else to say. So this is kind of how I've been waiting for a long time for 28 years later to come out. No, that's not what I'm at. First of all, they lied. They said this apparently that this is a stepping point for a new trilogy. So they filmed this movie and another movie simultaneously called, the next one is going to be The Boneyard. So this one's 28 years later. I'm not spoiling everything. It's been in all the trailers, but you see the Boneyard, the stacks of skulls and shit.
Yeah.
So apparently Cillian Murphy is going to be in the sequel to this. And this didn't feel like a sequel to 28 Days or 28 Days and 28 Weeks. Felt like it's in the same universe. It really, you had the Berserker, Infected, they're fast runners and shit like that. The way that they looked, you could tell that there was the same. This one, like the look of so now it's more of a video game type style movie where before you had just the infected runners, the Berserkers. You have to run from them, blah, blah, blah. Here, they introduce you, almost every scene is a new type of evolved infected. So now it's all the video game tropes. You have bloaters, you have the bosses. The bosses in this are called alphas. The alphas are intimidating and they're scary in a way that if Jason Momoa was running around 8 foot tall with his dick hanging out. Like,
whoa, now we're talking a whole different movie.
Yeah.
I mean, so like when I left,
I
this
paid
movie,
good money to see that movie.
When I left the theater, I was really pissed off. I went home and I was really pissed off. And I don't like to do a review on something. Whenever I do a review on this show, I want to see a movie twice. So I wound up watching the next day. I wound up watching it on bootleg and in my own home comfort, being able to chill. I felt different. Again, I don't feel like this is the 28 Days Later movie. I feel like it's just if this had been and not had anything to do with 28 Days Later, I feel that it would have been a good movie, and I could accept the. Everyone is naked in this movie, by the way. It's just like, and it's off-selling because, like, especially the 8-foot guys that are in the fucking movie, and just baby arms, just wah, just oh my god, it's just so fucking trip. And then
You're joking, right?
no.
This is just making me think of like the zombie
You're
version
telling
of
me
Caligula.
there's big 8-foot
If
zombies
anyone's seen that.
with baby arms.
So if you were
tree-
playing,
tree-
if you were playing a video game where Jason Momoa copied himself, and then they grew 8 foot tall, and their dick foot, and then they're running around just, and it's not like it's so it's so cool.
Are you sure
visually.
it's the right
They
movie?
just walk away,
theater?
like they go by and he just grabs someone's head and pulls it all out, Predator style, with the fucking
Wow.
spine and everything, and then that's his weapon. So now he's running at you with this fucking
Spine?
spine head mallet and a meat mallet, and you're running for your life. It is scary. If Jason Momoa was scary, and he kind of is, if he's kind of cuddly too, it goes both ways. Depends on how drunk I am.
What
It
kind
just,
of
it just kind of sounds hot now. I'm not sure.
So watching it the second time, I appreciate the movie. I like Danny Boyle. I appreciate. My only opinion about it really is that it doesn't feel like it's part of that universe. If it had been its own thing, and of course making these other movies to coincide with it, I think that they would have had a new IP. The fact that they put fucking 28 years later, and the fact that they even tried to tie it in, if they just not even had the, I swear to God, man, if they just not did the first 5 minutes of this movie and made it its own thing, it would have been a much better movie. I would have felt much better about it. But the fact that, it's that Star Wars moment, and everybody else is talking about it too, where, there's that movie that you've been waiting for, you're a couple of generations. and you finally see it, and then it kicks you dead in the fucking balls. So this is my balls moment. I'm not gonna say don't see it because overall there are some fucking scenes in it that I'm just like, wow. Like when the alpha comes and starts snatching motherfuckers, it's relentless. It's kind of like the Gore and Terrifier.
So you're saying that they have developed a sort of an intelligence?
Oh,
At least a caveman?
see, I don't want to. Okay, so
Dick, I told you I didn't want to talk about this.
all right, so in 28 days later, do you remember they ran the experiment to see how long it takes for them to starve to death? Because they're rabid, they're not eating, they're supposed to be afraid of water.
Yeah.
So like basically it took 28 weeks for them to all die out because they all starved to death.
Yeah.
And they just came. So 20 weeks was about, and then reintroducing people into the population after that time period because everything had died out. So it wound up catching the course again at the end of the movie, and like at the end of the part 2, they went. You can even see that the outbreak had hit Paris. It just still seems like that things are kind of like on the Isle of the UK, Scotland, all that, and that's still quarantined. And you can still tell that there are people coming in, and everyone who's coming in, they have cell phones, working technology. So life is going on outside here. Within the 28 years, the infected have evolved. And so like I was saying, that every scene you wind up running into a different infected type, like in a video game. So the first ones you walk in, you run into are the bloaters, and you don't notice the bloaters because they're literally they're 400 or 500 pounds, and they're on their bellies, and they're just like catfish. They're just eating anything that's on the ground, bugs, worms, whatever, and they're just somehow that the infected have learned that they needed to eat. And in that, they learned that they can still fuck. So you're seeing like these herds of the infected, and then you see these pregnant ones, and they're just like waddling around and everything, and they're pregnant. There's one scene in here where one is giving birth.
Shit.
So you're telling me
Like, this is
they have then created their own society.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see
oh my
this.
god. Yeah.
How are
Holy
you
shit.
saying this sucks?
That's what I'm saying. I haven't appreciated the second time I saw it. That's what I'm saying. The very first time I saw it, I fucking hated it.
Hey, coming from somebody
Because-
who's never seen any of these movies, you're making this thing sound like
No, it
Great.
is great. Like when I watched it the second time, I could appreciate it. I'm in the comfort of my own home. I now have already watched it. I already have all these preconceived, and then I'm watching everything again.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching it again, I'm just like, man, it is a good movie. It's a great movie. It just should have never
backtracking a little bit.
And it should no. It's a great movie. It should have never been called 28 years later. It could have been called anything fucking else, but it should not have been part of this universe because I feel that there's some point they should have looked at the movie before released it and be like, you know what? This is its own thing, and they should have made it its own thing. And if they would have done that, the visual is great. I don't like the editing into it, but I'm a movie snob. But I just think that it is a good movie.
Snap.
But again, if you,
It's-
I would give it 3.5,
Out of what?
5. Only because I feel they misinterpreted.
But you're saying that they're making
universe.
another movie. That
It's already made.
But they're like tie
already
things
made.
in better for you. Maybe
It's already made, and they're already doing another, franchise from that. Ralph Fiennes is in it, and there's one point where there's a zombie that pops up, and the zombie, you think it's Cillian Murphy, and you're like, oh, fuck. And it turns out when you do a deep dive on it, it's not. It's a completely different actor. But it looks like the dude from the very first movie. He comes up in this field. He's in the intro, and it looks like that dude, but all emaciated. Oh, fucking finally, something cool is going to happen. And it wasn't him at all. But you do get Ralph Fiennes, and he's a doctor. He plays this kind of like this crazy lunatic in the wild, and he's the guy that builds the bone temples. I won't go into it anymore because it's really more of an action movie. There's no plot to it.
What title would you give it? 28 Dicks Later?
I think it should
No.
be. Oh,
I would have called it like something like Don't Leave the Island or something like that, because like the island they're on is perfectly fine. This was a ritual, by the way, where once a kid gets old enough, he hits 12 years old, then his dad takes him to the mainland to go kids. So they're asking for it. Like, there's no reason. Like, yeah, let's take my 12-year-old son to go murder monsters. And the things that are out there, like if it was just the bloaters, which, by the way, when something's 500 pounds barreling towards you, that's scary as fuck. But then you've got the fucking 8.
Well, how swift are they moving?
It's very.
The bloaters?
Well, I think they have
They're
the
swimming on land?
Dude, they pop up. They're literally swimming on land. They pop up, and then they're gunning for you. And you're like, oh, fuck. I mean, it's trip. It's a trip.
Well,
It's a trip.
I'm giving it like a 4.9 right now, just by listening to you.
Well, then you should definitely see it, because if any review,
I planned on it.
If any review makes you want to see a movie, then that's a great review, and you should go see this movie. It is a good movie. I enjoyed the movie the second time I watched it. If you're a fan of this series, you are going to be so mad. You're going to fucking hit your old lady. I don't know what's going to happen.
Nerd rage is real, I know.
Nerd rage.
Well, based on like the review you gave, where there's like pregnant ones and big swinging dicks everywhere, I feel like they really applied Rule 34 very well.
Okay.
That was the best application of Rule 34 I've heard.
What is Rule 34?
If it exists, there's porn of it.
That should be rule number
exactly.
1.
I wanted to hop up the list.
It totally should be rule number.
If you're a fan of Jason Momoa, then you're gonna love this movie.
Is he in the
So
movie?
He is not, but the
Is it
dudes that are
close
in it-
enough to where he
like,
can sue?
No, because they all look like him. They're all like Aquaman. Like if Aquaman was 8 foot tall, running around naked with blood all over him.
With T-Rex
Would
arms?
you fuck him?
Well, my mom's listening. Mom, watch it.
You know.
Watch it. You'll love it.
You are confirming that they're running around with their dicks just flopping around in the air, killing the hell out of people.
They're not even like regular dicks. So they're walking around with like thumbs to be fine, but they're like rabid dicks. Like he's running around going,
I've been there before.
These dicks need to chill out, dude.
You ever do cocaine? Have you ever done cocaine? It reminds me of a night I did a lot of cocaine.
Oh my god. I thought that was a boner killer.
Hope you're not the guy that fucked the ATM machine at the
too.
Burrow Bar and Grill.
But when my wife looked at me, she's like, I didn't know your dick could get that big. I was just like,
That's hilarious.
I didn't know you could make it.
I think the problem was you, honey. Anyway.
Whoa!
Ladies and gentlemen!
Ah, damn.
Puzzle is gone. It's gone. I can drag you down, pick you up, or pull you down. Not the same man I used to be. Only half a man. Those blue lights that shine behind me, and I read you. Might as well put a gun in my head and pull the trigger. At least I can't stand no more.
line anymore. I'm so scared of being alone. These blue lights that shine behind me. I'm only you. Might as well put a gun on my head and pull the trigger. At least I can't stand on my own again. At least I can't stand on my own again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Did I get you guys' top 5
Top 5
Bands?
bands. Oh.
Polyphia.
Hey,
Man, it's so hard.
hey, Nick.
Sorry.
Yeah, give us your 5, Nick.
5. Let's see. So I love stoner rock, right? So Caius,
Okay.
of course, up there. The Melvins.
Elvis.
Hell, dude. There's so many. Alice in Chains. I love Alice in Chains.
Got 2 more.
Van Halen and Black Sabbath.
There you go. I was like,
Where are you guys from?
A little bit of
That's
all over
confusing.
Alabama. But
I saw Kentucky tags
he's from
and Alabama.
Pinson, he's from Pinson. I'm from a town called Bluntsville. We just say Birmingham, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's what we claim, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, Rob, what's your top 5?
Oh, Lord. I'm going to catch some hell for this. I like a lot of 80s stuff, so mine's a bunch of 80s bands.
Uh-oh.
Let's go with, oh, hell, I'll just go with the first 5 that come to mind. Cinderella, Rat, Poison. I'll throw Zeppelin in there.
Nice.
And then I'll throw a super group called the Power Station from '85.
All glam bands. I'm surprised. All right. Nick.
Not Nick.
Yeah, David.
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 Yeah.
My bad.
That's all right. Hey, it's all right, man. Top 5 bands. Let's see. Polyphia. Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Ninja Turtles. That soundtrack, dude.
From the original, the cartoon or the
Yeah,
9
go
to 9?
Ninja, go Ninja.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vanilla
Right.
Ice.
Let's see. The Simpsons. They put out a CD in like the 90s. It was pretty good. I listened to it a
You're
lot.
missing the Electric Mayhem, the Muppets.
Oh yeah, Muppets. Yeah, no, Jim Henson's my no, dude, no.
Dark Crystal.
He's the man, dude. That's the magic.
Animal Platrons.
You cannot watch Jim Henson.
I remember being a kid and watching the Muppet Show, and then Alice Cooper was on that episode, and it was the craziest shit I had ever fucking seen. Doing Welcome to My Nightmare with him and all the Muppets and shit, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" Like, I was like 3 and like a.
This is what nightmares are made of.
Yeah,
was
Laura's
great.
gonna be on there.
Amazing.
On the Muppet Show.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I heard that
That's
they brought the
gonna be
Muppet Show
great.
back.
It's
I
gonna be
didn't see it.
great. Yeah.
I couldn't believe I didn't hear any grunge in there except for the Allison Chains. No love for the Stone Temple Pilots.
No,
or
no.
Pearl Jam.
Some of Pilots, all that. I mean, you know, when you think about favorite bands, right? It's like different periods of your life.
Yeah.
Like
that's
right
true,
now,
too.
yeah, I'm like super into like the Polyphia
Yes.
thing right now. You know?
Yeah, my buddy, this other engineer I work with, we go to lunch, and that's all he plays. That's like, he's like big, like, I love the fucking instrumental.
man, it's great.
I'm like, how the fuck could you duplicate this shit live? Because it's so intricate. It's like so
He's
intricate.
doing it,
You know what I
dude.
mean?
Him and Scott both.
Check out Animals Have Leaders, man. They're
They're great too.
Uh,
Yeah.
Just a quick up. There's a tip jar that we're going to have on the screen real quick. If you guys could take the time and tip the band,
give them some money.
You know, $1, $5, $10, make their day.
Help feed Nick.
Also,
He's hungry.
like, you know,
Oh my gosh.
the best way to support a band is by buying their merch. So go to tonight's websites and everything.
Go buy their shit.
Oh, do you guys have a merch station?
Buy it.
No, we do have shirts, but we just don't.
You got to go to a live show.
Night.com.
No.
Uh,
No, we don't have.
No.
I don't even know where that takes you.
Well,
so.
Get some
Yeah,
fucking
if
merch.
you look up Night Band 23 on
Yeah.
YouTube,
There you go.
you'll find us on your.
They will mail.
Put all the
There
stuff
we
in
go.
there. Look,
Personally with
you know,
Cam.
I don't
And
have,
I
I don't
know
have to
it's-
know how to social media. I just know social media exists.
I know it's tagged
I think
on
we're
to
doing
the
something like
post
that
for this
right now.
place, too.
I'm not really sure. I don't know. I'm just
Well.
here to play some music, man.
There you
Hell
go.
yeah, man.
All right. So, Angela, what are your top 5 bands?
Oh God.
Do you listen to music?
Yes.
Uh,
I listen to like everything though, so that's really
I
hard.
didn't know she could be a psychopath. You don't know.
Just
I
never.
mean-
Do you know
never listen
people
to
that
music.
don't listen to music? I mean,
One person.
okay.
And yeah, they're weird. They are. They have a very creepy basement. So.
Creepier than this one.
Oh my God.
I'll forget sometimes. Like because like you turn it off when you go into a drive-thru or something like that. It's like I just never turned it back on. I go like weeks without listening. So I guess maybe I'm that too.
Top
Well,
5.
I would say I like a bunch of older stuff too. So I like Aerosmith, AC/DC. I like
Nice.
God, what else? Only because I loved them when I was 13. Evanescence. I have to. That's just I have to. Yes.
Love.
Yeah,
Got 2
they were a
more.
Good time. Because I was an emo kid, I got to see Bullet for My Valentine once, and I really liked them. And then I have to say My Chemical Romance. I feel like I'm obligated to.
Oh.
Sure. Yeah. And then I listen to everything though. Like I play dubstep a shit ton in my car. It's amazing I'm not deaf. So like it's amazing. So. Skrillex.
Is that empty?
Yeah.
No, that's bad luck.
No, there's some came out.
Hassies.
Are you driving tonight? Okay, good.
All right. So what is
I
it?
am. It's fine.
It is Alligator Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Alligator, Alcatraz. Oh, and these I have to have notes, so I didn't have time to memorize them. All right.
Lay it on us, dude. What the fuck you talking about?
All right. Florida Attorney General James Upmeyer, he has proposed, and by now they probably already started building.
Proposed.
He has proposed to build a temporary federal detention center in the Florida Everglades. I can't even read my fucking. Oh, the reason why they're doing it there is because it's a natural deterrent as far as anyone trying to escape. Even the law officials are like, if you try to get out, you escape prison, you're facing crocodiles, alligators, fucking pythons because they have these huge. The pythons are
Swamp ape.
They're skunk ape. Skunk ape.
Swamp ape. Skunk ape.
Skunk ape.
He's in there.
And then they have tigers, some kind of
What?
like swamp tiger.
I'd heard that there was like a
Some kind of
natural
large
a
cat.
natural a panther down there.
Okay, it's a panther.
There's a natural
It's some
panther.
kind of
Yeah,
like
in
large
Florida,
cat.
Yeah.
But it's just like, dude, like there's no, I don't know. Every year I go on a tangent about Florida and the wildlife there. I don't know.
There's some people, man.
Why do old people go to Florida? I don't understand. There's things that they.
Dude.
Okay, are we playing?
I saw where that
my
old
God.
lady-
So there's a video that we're playing now, and at the end of it, you're going to see the video where this woman decides she's going to take a little dog to.
Dude,
close to the
you're gonna do
river.
that video?
And it's
Oh, it's terrible.
It's censored. I haven't. Have you seen the whole thing? I've not seen.
No,
the
I
whole
have never.
thing. Oh.
I'm
Like,
from Florida. That is not. It's not a good.
So every time I go to Florida, like go to the beach, like I always go to Clearwater, and they always have some kind of post about, oh well, we've got stingrays or jellyfish or something, and then like. You know, have you ever been walking down the beach and you see a baby shark? Well, fuck, if there's a baby shark, there's like a mama
it came
shark.
from something.
Yeah, and then I'm just like, why do people come here? Man, my last day on Long Island, I'm from Long Island, and we went to the beach on our last day before we left. And there's this dude who was fishing on the shore, and he was just casting the line out and everything. And he was pulling it back and taking this large fish and popping it in this 5-gallon like paint container type thing. So we got up close to him and we looked into his tub, and they were just swimming in a cyclone, and it wasn't fish; they were baby sharks. And he was telling us about the baby sharks and that they were fucking little great whites, and they looked just like little jaws. It was fucking insane. And then he was telling us, like, you know, the mama's probably out there, probably about 20 feet and shit. We're like, we were just in there.
Oh man.
Oh, that hurts inside.
Dude,
Dude.
you know, I love the beach, and I don't love Florida. Like when you when you pass Panama City, Florida smells. There's the stench of the ocean, and it's not like you buy a bottle of Febreze and it's like ocean magic. No, there's like ocean death, and then the water. Like I would rather whore bath in Florida. Like I'll go buy a gallon jug of fucking water and some shampoo, little trial size, and
Out behind the Arby's.
wherever. I was on top of the dunes doing it. I didn't give a fuck, man. But I mean, as soon as I turned the water on and they come out into the basin, it was just the smell hit you right in the face. You're like, what the fuck is that? You take a fucking shower and you smell like sewage. You
Yep,
smell
you smell like
the-
farts.
Do you think it's all
yeah,
that?
It's
like
terrible.
sulfurous.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. Like,
Do you think it's all
oh.
the? Sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, because like I grew up in Homestead, Florida, and the water wasn't nasty, but like around Orlando, I remember going to Disney, and like it fucks with the sweet tea, it fucks with the Sprite. You go to a shower, you go in there to smell good, you smell like Dove and farts.
Mustard
it's
farts.
fucking, it's horrible.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anytime I,
can't
go
even.
to Florida, I automatically know that I'm not going to use the water.
Do you think it's the rotten cocaine?
You
or the
treat it
big
like
Cubans that
Mexico?
didn't make it over.
Yeah, I mean,
Treat it like
I'm not drinking water in
that's
Florida.
gross. Yeah, no, I
ever
can't do the tap water.
You ever snorted moldy cocaine?
No.
Oh my god.
You haven't lived, sir.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
smelled it one time.
Yeah. I don't even remember what the
Smells
fuck
good
we
when
were
it's
talking
fresh.
about.
Talking
Oh.
about the jail.
Yeah.
So now what are you supposed to do? Ask what
All
my
right,
opinion
so-
is about
so
that?
let's go around. Let's start with the band. So what are your all's opinion about using taxpayer money to build a federal detainment center for immigrants, essentially, not even for like criminals, but just for to detain immigrants? It's like making their own Guantanamo Bay in the middle of the Everglades. How do you feel about that?
pass.
Christ.
Pass. I'm gonna pass on that one. No, well, I mean, you can sit here and gripe about it from now till high heaven. I really do think though that it's kind of funny. I mean, let's not get. It's pretty funny. Let's go build a prison around a bunch of. I mean, it's like building a prison in the middle of Jurassic Park. I mean. Yeah,
Right.
same premise. Yeah, it's like everybody's
should
gonna
build it
die
under
if
the
you
water.
escape anyway.
Yeah, that's
so
what
it's
we
like
should do. Build it under the water.
build it.
Well,
And
they had
They had
Alcatraz.
that. It was Alcatraz. They're
They
trying
had
to reopen
Alcatraz.
it right
And-
now, from
and-
what I hear. The real
Well,
one.
it's opened up as it's opened up as a museum, but like the thing about Alcatraz was the fact that it had shark-infested waters.
Yeah.
Now, no one knows for sure. And like, if I escaped from Alcatraz, I definitely wouldn't want to go back. So I definitely want to advertise that I escaped.
I mean, I saw some video one time where Clint Eastwood did it. So I mean, I think it can be done.
I think Clint Eastwood could do anything.
It's
Clint Eastwood can do anything.
It's real. I
It's
saw
all
it.
like imaginary stuff anyway. I mean, we all pass away in the end. So I mean, like, who really gets the last laugh?
The alligator.
So
Well,
Fair enough.
I would think that would probably be the worst ways to go is to be snatched by an alligator, like to be eaten alive.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad.
Like,
I'll put it all in a category of creature, with lions, tigers, and bears, all that kind of thing. I wouldn't want to be
Anything
eaten
with
by a
big
creature.
teeth like that? No, I'm
a
good.
bear.
I'm
Have
good.
you ever
Just get
seen
done
like
and
a
bam.
bear maul
Be fine.
something before? Like
Yeah,
a
that's pretty
bear would be
rough.
scary too because they're berserkers. They're like once they
Yeah.
go into kill
Dig,
mode,
dig.
it's like
Just digging your skin.
so. There was this a pack of wolves and they got in on. They were trying to take away prey from these 3 bears and they wound up getting it some kind of large mammal. And anyway, the bears got pissed off and they snatched one of the wolves. And it's around a water hole. So 2 of the bears grabbed this fucking wolf and was literally tug-of-warring with it and just dunking it under the water, while the 3rd bear was like, running fucking defense. The other wolves tried to come in, and that other bear was like, nope. Making sure that the other bears couldn't get into it while these other bears. This one poor wolf must have died a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
His
No, they're
goodness.
like,
No, this
This
was
is like nature, like serious nature battles going down.
It was pent up energy. They were mad. And when you
That
see
was-
a bear get mad,
that was
yeah,
a
they're
fucking
like-
brawl, man.
yeah, no, they're like the orcas of the trees. Like they will like play with you and just fucking like they'll fucking play dodgeball with you. Like it's not.
well,
it's bad.
when they're full, they're probably more likely. When you see the videos of people going up and like fuck it with a bear. If a bear is eaten already, he's probably not going to take you out. But I've seen videos where the bears are pretending to like be friendly. Like this one video that I saw recently where this guy's got a bag of snacks and he's like throwing some snacks out to the bear, but you can see that the hair is raised on the bear. And even I've had pit bulls my whole life. When that hair goes up, watch the fuck out. And the hair was up on this fucking bear. I was like, dude, you're gonna fucking die just by that. I would have already got the fuck out of there. And he's feeding it snacks, and then all of a sudden this bear lunge forwards, brings its fucking arm back like this as it's lunging forward, and swipes, takes the dude's bag of treats, his arm, and everything else with that motherfucker. And they're just like, oh, I think he just
Yeah,
died
I
because
know.
everything else just happened off camera. You're like, I think he's dead.
Yeah, that's man.
Jesus.
Makes me upset 'cause I
How
really wanna
far
play
away
this.
was the fucking nut from it,
Dude
So
was
bad.
probably about 8 to 10 foot away, but when the
Who
bear,
gets that close to a bear?
but when a bear is about 8
Yeah.
foot, it's just like it lunges for you. It's nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a nothing. Oh, in Florida, alligators now, and I am not shitting when I say this. Alligators now are pretending to be floating in the river like they're drowned dead for people to come out
Yeah.
and save them. I am not shitting.
I saw the video.
Apparently,
It's like India or some shit.
Apparently, people are going out and trying to save these poor alligators and getting snatched. And I fucking
Oh
say, if
my
you go out to
God.
try to save an alligator and that motherfucker eats you, good on you.
Right.
Oh my
Dude.
God. Send me the video. I need to see it. I need to see stupidity at the most maximus. Holy shit.
Is it PETA? Because they had to save the polar bears. They now
Yeah.
the alligators.
Do you see them? We're on the.
Dude, that's a crazy though.
You see the
What-
sharks on the shore?
What if the animals are just waiting for us to get dumb and fatter this whole time so they can just eat it? It's like Harvest
Exactly.
Day.
We're
And
We
they're
didn't know
watching
about
their-
Harvest
We're
Day.
there.
Okay.
Exactly. They wait like right after
They never
Thanksgiving.
told us.
That's it.
That's what
Right
they
after
said.
Thanksgiving. That's it.
I feel that we've been lied to about how intelligent. Now, I've owned dogs my whole entire life, and especially the one that I've gotten here, man. Like, when you learn how they communicate and shit. But like birds, I think birds have been watching us and watching our technology and everything for the last couple of 100 years. And I think birds. Have you ever been shit on by a bird?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not an accident. That is not an accident.
No.
Let me tell you also this thing about. Have you ever seen a bird all the time swoop down in front of your car as you're driving by? How many times has a bird swooped down in front of your car? Right? A lot, right? Probably, maybe.
At least
I've
one
seen
time it
birds
scared
a
the
lot,
shit
yeah.
out of me.
Okay. So almost all the time, like at least once a week, there's a bird that swoops down in front of my car. Why would a bird swoop down in front of my car if they weren't getting a thrill out of that? Some of them get got, but for the most of them, it's always great when they go in, you can tell they're like, oh, no, I fucked up, and they try to correct. And it's like, no, that's on purpose. I'm not listening. No.
If they try to swoop out, that's like the suicide bomber called out on 9/11. Like, that's not...
It was a young bird. He was a little too brave that
It was the
day.
Arab birds.
But they do say that there's people that said that you like feed like them black crows or whatever.
They'll bring
They
you
will-
stuff.
Well, that or they'll also
know you.
follow you around wherever you go. You won't even realize it. You'll see them all the time, but they're actually following you, and they'll actually teach their young that you will give it food or things like that. Like
You see
say
the
don't give
raccoon
'em
guy?
food.
You see the raccoon guy where he's out in his back porch?
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
feeding
Yeah.
like
Did
one
anybody
raccoon,
enjoy
and
sandwiches?
then they all
There's
come
some of them
around.
sitting on his shoulders while the other ones are still a little skittish,
And they're
getting their
fat.
wieners or whatever,
They're
or
fat.
cookies.
Big,
They're all fat.
Yeah,
He's
Oh,
fattening them up.
I want to be the person that feeds the
I
raccoons
think
off my
I think
porch.
it's like
You're not.
it's a shame that we've wiped out most of the animals on Earth because we couldn't really kind of get like they say like oh shit. Well, I don't get to it. All right, it's going to be the next thing. They say that dolphins are one of the. It's going to be the next topic. That dolphins are one of the smartest animals in the world. There's people that like to go swim with dolphins. They take their special needs kids to go spend time with dolphins. There's people that like to do mushrooms and swim with dolphins.
Oof.
Now, based on our next topic coming up, I would love to do mushrooms with dolphins, but. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for night.
Night, baby.
Woo!
right. So dolphins. Apparently, there's been videos that they're showing dolphins essentially getting
When
high
attacked,
off of
pufferfish release a neurotoxin.
So basically,
In
what
high
they're doing is
doses,
like-
it
so
can kill,
pufferfish,
but in small
hold on, let me get
doses,
my little card.
it has a narcotic
Try to be
effect.
professional, not even using it. All right, so dolphins have been observed interacting with
seems
pufferfish
to
in a
be
unique
affecting
way,
the
resulting in dolphins experiencing a trance-like high state. Pufferfish produce a potent neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin. Do you guys remember the movie Serpent and the Rainbow?
They appear totally blissed out by the whole experience.
That's the zombie type drug. You ever seen Serpent and the Rainbow? That's great. It's a good movie. Definitely check it out. Bill Pullman.
And remarkably,
Yeah.
all take turns.
But
in
anyway, in
passing
large
the puffer
doses, it can
around.
be lethal. It is believed that they began playing with the pufferfish,
This is the first time that
getting
apparent
slightly
recreational
buzzed as
drug
the
use has
pufferfish
been
was
documented
agitated
in
and releasing
dolphins.
the neurotoxin, and because they weren't getting directly injected into them, they were essentially kind of like wafting it in. They were getting high off of it, and
With
so
the dolphins otherwise engaged, the
what they'll
puffer
do is
deflates.
similar to like
He's
you
free
know,
to
people
go on his
would
way.
passing a joint. Is that
It
one will
looks
start
like they will be
fucking with the
distracted for
pufferfish
quite some
and then
time.
pass it to his buddy, and his buddy would pass it to his next buddy, and you'll see 5 or 6 dolphins passing around this pufferfish, and then they're all laid out. And I just,
When attacked,
I don't know, man. It's
pufferfish
just
release
like,
a neurotoxin.
I've always heard about how
In high
intelligent,
doses, it can kill,
dolphins are,
but in
and
small
they
doses,
have,
it has a narcotic
language and
effect.
shit like that. And there's this taboo, like them eating them.
It seems to be
It's
affecting
weird
the
because we don't have
dolphins.
that same taboo with like pigs. Pigs are like the number 3 as far as like intelligence of animals.
Yeah.
Something like that. Something ridiculous. A
They
pig.
appear.
I'd say horses are pretty fucking smart.
I don't have
they
many
are
time
too.
around like farm animals, so I really don't know.
Yeah.
But like it's scary because like the thing about pigs is like okay, so pigs
I know
are.
pig, like our DNA and a pig's DNA matches 95%.
See, that's the crazy thing because like when you talk about people getting like transplants and stuff like that, and then they're like they tell you where they get it from.
I don't know if I'd want a pig heart or not. Ooh, this says
I
make my
think
heart
it-
hurt just
It's a
thinking
little
about it.
spooky.
I think
yeah.
if you were gonna, if you knew you were gonna die without it, I think you'd probably take
Well, I
it.
mean, like,
Yeah.
how convenient is it now? Like, I've just got this metal box here now. And my pig heart's going a little shy. I need a new pig heart. And I just go to the fridge and get my new pig heart.
Well, soon they're gonna have the
I
mechanical
don't know
hearts.
how advanced we are with that.
5 years,
in.
it's gonna be amazing. Your half your body is gonna be robotic. It's gonna
Cyborg
be insane. Yeah,
Pig.
like everything is gonna be. But anyway, it's just like so. They have these things where there's people that actually will take you out to swim with dolphins
Yeah.
while tripping on mushrooms.
The whole thing, like, oh, we accept any kind, even mushroom eaters? Like, it says that in the billboard? What are you talking
No,
about?
it's
Yeah,
like
right.
it's not official. It's like not gonna be like a legitimate.
You still got to, like, not say, hey, I'm on mushrooms, right?
no, like they
You
know,
gotta let 'em know.
They know that's why you're there.
Oh, okay. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, is this like a private event or?
It's not like legitimate. It's not a legitimate.
Oh.
yeah.
I
It's
just-
but like well, all right. So would you go out into the ocean with
No.
some randos tripping to those?
No.
No, and like
No.
the reason for this is like I feel like if people are like supervising you swim with the dolphins, that's great. But like what I know, also the rule 34 of dolphins is that they'll rape you, dude. It's
Yeah,
like,
that's
king of
where we're
hell.
so
going
if you're
next.
if you're
King
on
of the hill.
drugs and you're swimming with dolphins, you basically roofied yourself to get raped
Yeah.
underwater. Like, that's
Like,
kind
and
of,
him and their buddies done figured
Well, I
out
mean,
how
well,
to
I
get
mean,
your
mushrooms-
pants off and
mushrooms
everything.
don't
Like, they
break
done got you down, man.
Might as well be underwater.
I mean, it's kind of Little Mermaid style, like Lifetime.
Yeah, you're on some
Movie,
bootleg
but,
cruise.
I
They
mean,
just shoot you in the
kind of-
head and just leave you there.
I mean,
So they have been observed as sexual offenders. And
Yeah.
it's crazy because.
But then they
it's
got the whole birthing thing too. Like they say that they used to help ladies with their birth because of the sonic echoing and it hurts. It, like they said it's like with the womb and shit.
And I wish I got.
well, because they
birthed
want
by
more of
dolphins.
you to rape. so they want to help you.
Yeah, I gotta help the
Like,
I gotta,
make more.
If they die off, how are we gonna fucking?
Where are all the
Actually-
sex robots going? Like we
Actually
need more of
murder
them.
kid dolphins so they
That's
can
the
raise
bad
their
thing.
mother.
Every time you see the dolphin people that go out there and do the dolphins, like the dolphins are really in charge of them.
I remember in
Should
the
know.
80s they were testing tuna fish, and they turned out that a lot of cans of tuna fish were mostly dolphin.
That's why when I got
That's
exposed,
right.
that's why they had to put that shit in the can.
That makes me want it
Yes.
even more.
Oh my
Got a little dolphin in it. It's bonus, right?
Like, I love me a good steak. Don't get
Why
me wrong.
waste it if it gets in there? Yeah, I understand. Try to cut out the dolphin before it dies, but if it's dead, why waste the meat?
This does make sense.
I mean, you know what I mean? That's like
All right,
It's already dead.
if they ran over a deer, you would call like the state trooper, and they would literally take it to the orphanage. They would do it all like real quick. They
or
wouldn't waste the
somebody would
meat
just pick it up
or something like
I
that.
do have a side note about just finding deer on the side. Can I tell you?
Sure.
It's so fucked up. Just because, okay, so I was dating someone and they worked at a strip club and they would get home really late at night.
Yeah.
And he comes in the room and he tells me not to go in the garage. I said, okay, well, now I really want to fucking go in the garage.
What's in the garage?
No, I already know.
He saw someone hit a deer on the way home. So he was like, oh, great, this is dinner, I guess. And he throws it in the truck. And then he brings it home and he starts to like clean it, hangs it on his punching bag hook thing. And goes to town. Well, I eventually get up for a glass of water, and there's a skinned deer leg in the kitchen sink. And I was like, and I don't know what's going on. So now there's a leg in the sink, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Why didn't you marry this guy?
I was gonna, and that was a mess. But
Conan the Destroyer could have saved you when the shit hit the fan.
no, see, here's the problem. He got lazy and didn't want to finish.
Oh,
Cleaning the deer.
Nasty Conan the
So
Destroyer.
then
you got Andre
He's
the
like,
Giant.
I don't know what to do with this, and he takes the deer back, minus the leg, to the side of the highway. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Well,
I don't.
Yeah, that's when you go ahead and get rid of. Yeah, you gotta go then.
Yeah,
So,
no. Like, so someone just thinks someone's just like
Jesus
on the side of the
Christ.
highway, like
It
sawing
started
deer
out
legs
great
off.
though. It started out great.
Like, just. Yeah, I know. So we didn't get married. In short,
No survival skills.
no.
Why would you even do that? I mean, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no. He just got tired, and he was like, "No, I'm done. Like
I
peeling
don't
all
know
the
nothing
skin
about
off and
skinning a
doing."
gator. I'm not gonna go try skinning a gator. Somebody got to show me where the fucking meat's at in that fucking reptile.
So I actually have a little experience. I did once shoot and field dress a deer,
Oh, wow.
and it's a different experience, man. It's like it changed me to the point where I had more respect for shit. And I'm not just trying to be facetious. I mean, I'm for real.
Yeah,
like-
it's a value. Is don't go around killing the shit out of things.
but
Right?
also to process it yourself, like, you know, dude wasn't gonna let me not process it. So I'm out there field dressing it and everything, you know, and gutting it, and then we take it back to his garage and we hang it up with another hung up and everything, and then he's cutting back strap off of his deer and frying it up and everything, and it
Oh,
was
he
just.
didn't even wait. He didn't even put this shit on
Wow.
ice.
No. This one has been cured for like it was
Oh.
hanging there for like maybe even a week. I mean,
Oh,
it was-
okay.
it was there for a
I was
minute,
like,
yeah.
I was like, dude, that's
No. The fresh one
It's like
was
metal
up,
as fuck. Like, okay. Like,
and
we got us a deer that we got to put it on the fire now because we haven't ate in 3 weeks.
right.
I imagine I've
Wow.
never liked deer. I don't like the taste of it.
What about fish?
I love it.
I don't eat fish. I can't
Oh.
do fish. I'm from Long Island, and I saw again how they process fish on the fisheries and everything. Kid and that, or very young as a kid, and I fucking was.
Man.
I was traumatized by it because I remember walking up to the fisherman wharf, and then
You want to see traumatizing, dude? You want to see Steer Day.
steer day.
Yeah, any little cow we couldn't get a hold of, like say your mom was just fucking crazy nut, you couldn't get her separated from her calf. You used to take a rubber band and put it around their nuts, and their nuts would slowly fall off. You'd make steers. Well, then if you couldn't catch them, you got more by the pound by cutting their nuts off. You'd put them in a head cache. I remember being a kid and going up, and there was like just a pile of fucking nuts, and like,
Oh my god.
I'm talking like little kid, you know what I mean? Just a pile of, and we're talking flies everywhere, you know.
This is why I'm glad. This is why I'm glad I'm a girl. I don't have really important shit hanging off of me. Like this, whatever. I can buy new ones. You can't. Like,
I got you.
Different.
They got prosthetic balls. There's a prosthetic ball company.
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah, like
The eunuch now gets to go
I'm
clank,
just-
clank, clank.
yeah, I'm tucked and safe. Like I'm good.
Man, I want to have one removed, man. You get so old.
Tired of carrying him around.
You know when you
We ain't
sit-
never liked you.
when you sit on your own balls, it sucks. Like every time I'm sitting on my tow motor, I gotta reach around and pull my balls.
You gotta have to wear whitey tidies there or get you some nut cups.
No,
Wear a cup.
that's worse.
You got too saggy.
No.
Me neither, but I bet somebody has.
That's what you get for tugging on
Like
your
the
balls too
equivalent
much.
of a mammogram. Oh my God.
What
I
was
wish someone would tell
what
me
was the
my
subject?
balls.
Was we talking about
It's been a year and a
dolphins
half.
getting high?
Yep.
What does the band think?
God.
All right, I guess that's enough with that, ladies and gentlemen. Night.
All my dreams are seemingly hopeless. I've always failed due to my ignorance. Deadly creeps down on my torment. I'm blind with no light to see quite through it all. And now this is me falling from the light. And I just wanna die in my sleep tonight. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, alright. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, alright. And tonight, life was mine. Mountain streams and rivers keep flowing. Seems like life is always going on. Trees will die and lose their leaves. That's symbolic in nature, but it doesn't set me free. It happens again, and we'll all ask why. In the answer I'll get is that we live just a time. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, alright. 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 I'm happy, I'm happy, happy, alright. I'm happy, I'm happy, I'm happy, alright. Thank you.
Sound, man. It was one band that damn. It was. Oh God, think of your name real quick. I think that if you could only change, what was that band? It was.
Alanis Morissette?
No, it wasn't Candlebox. There was.
You're
It
thinking of
wasn't.
If You Could Only See, because that's Tonic.
Yeah, Tonic.
Yeah, Tonic.
I fucking. And you guys remind me of Tonic a little bit. I know you're not copying it in any way, but you got a good vibe. If you really listen, they got the 3 good songs, but then if you really listen to Tonic, like they got a lot of chill songs too. It's just kind of where most people wouldn't like it unless you were a fan. You know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah.
Like they got it.
There's
Well,
a
no,
lot.
I mean, that's kind of the way we do it, you know? I mean, we're older. I mean, we play because we like to play. You know, we write music because we like to write it and play it and perform it, you know? And,
We do our best to
Yeah.
make it actually sound good. We've played with plenty of bands who have great bands, but for some reason something doesn't click, and we do our best to have things click and sound sonically good.
How many times do you guys get to practice a week?
Once.
Once, but you do get your one in though.
Yeah.
oh, hell yeah,
that's
we do.
that's a good thing.
Yeah,
That's the key right
yeah,
there,
we
man.
win, and we get mad if we don't get the full thing in either sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
And because I mean, that one day, you may not be feeling it that day.
That's
like
true,
last
too.
Saturday, dude, I was not feeling great, but I was about to show up, dude. This is important to me. This is something I want to do in life, and when you're that serious about it, you show up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter if you feel like
show
shit.
Up or show up.
Yeah.
So,
That's why if you show up all the
but-
time and you don't, then you can't come. They're like, "Ryan, dude." You know what I mean? 'Cause, like
Yeah.
when you know your dog's ran
They
with you.
start
You know?
sending you flowers and
Right? But that's good too, because
these guys send me flowers and I don't know. And be like,
Something's really
yeah,
wrong.
something's like real wrong. Yeah.
right.
The best they'll get out of me is like, hey, hope you get better, text message.
Yeah. He'll send
Yeah.
me the flower emoji. That counts, right? And today's society, that counts.
True, and that flower can't die.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, there you go.
That's beautiful.
There you go.
That's beautiful. I love it.
So going to the comments, someone in the comments had mentioned that Nick has been to Centralia.
Yeah.
So,
Graffiti Highway.
so tell us about Centralia. Did you go recently?
No, it's been a long time ago. So we drove from Erie, Pennsylvania. We drove across the entire state of Pennsylvania. And we got to Centralia, and we couldn't find it because it's literally a highway, like a mile-long highway in the middle of the woods.
So that's pretty much all that's left of the town is the highway.
That's that town where everything's on fire underground, right?
All right, so basically
I guess I should've
we were talking about video game movies and stuff like that.
Oh
and then-
yeah, with that one video game.
And then they were like, "Well, how come you guys haven't talked about Silent Hill?" And then the guitar player was actually from the town that was named after. And it took me a second to remember the name of that city, but it's Centralia,
Centralia,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, right.
No, it was pretty awesome. Like there was like pretty much in the middle of it because they burnt some trash like 70 years ago in a hole and caught,
Well, it was a coal mine. They burnt trash,
Yeah.
but it caught a coal mine on fire.
Yeah.
And the coal mine has been burning ever since
Yeah.
to this day. Like all the streets are. I've never been there, but I would love to go there. But apparently, all the streets are buckled.
Yeah.
All the houses are gone.
Yeah.
It's like Detroit, but worse, right?
Oh my god.
So you could if
Bunch
you,
of weeds, yeah.
but that's the thing. If you could find it today, you could actually get there. Or are there going to be a certain
I
point
really
where
don't
they
know.
stop you?
I was under this. I mean, because that's been.
There's 3 people that live there apparently, right? I could be wrong now.
What?
So I never saw any of these houses. I did see the streets that like where the town used to be.
Right. You saw the
There were no
grid,
buildings
the,
or
like the street
infrastructure.
grid.
Do what?
The street grid is still
Yeah,
there.
Yeah. It was still there then. So
Okay.
it was pretty crazy. Like there was legit smoke coming out of cracks in the middle of the highway. And,
Can you feel the heat?
No. I mean, other than we went there in the middle of summer. I mean, it was hot as hell. But
Yeah, yeah.
Man, so essentially you could just be walking around there and just fall like literally into a pit of hell.
yeah.
Fuck that.
Like that shitty Drag Me to Hell movie.
I think it's so deep under that's not the case, but I think like the smoke is coming up through the crevices and it's coal, so it's gonna burn for a while until that coal is depleted. But the problem with it is that the gas that is emitting is toxic, and so apparently there are some people, a handful of people I can't remember that refuse to leave, and so they're like, well, fuck it, man, but no one else is there. You can't build there. You can't do anything. And I remember seeing a video that
That's the documentary that needs to be made. Somebody needs to go up there and film
that's what I was
those.
about to say. I was about to say, Adam,
Unless it done turned into like Hills Have Eyes shit.
if you
That
check
part
out Adam the Woo's
eventually.
channel. Speaking of, if you guys have a minute, please subscribe to our channel. We've got quite a few
Please.
subscribers tonight. Thank you, everybody who subscribed tonight.
Bless you.
If you've not subscribed, please just subscribe, click a like, get in the comments, tell us something. We'll check it out. Maybe we could answer a question or two. But if you go to Adam the Woo's channel, he went to Centralia. He went to the people, go there to, spray paint their name and then take their selfie and shit like that. But from what I understand, that's all that's really left. I mean, a lot of the houses have been, I guess destroyed or burned or whatever. I'm not sure. But the main threat there is the toxicity of the gas, the fumes. Anybody have you ever been to Centralia or anything crazy like that?
No, man.
You ever been to anywhere crazy?
we went to Cancun, and we got on a fucking bus ride. One day, we were there like 6 or 7 days, me and my dad, and we went to the fucking pyramids. Like,
Oh, the
legit.
Mayans?
It was like a 3-hour bus ride. It was a dirt
Beautiful.
road. I mean, it wasn't up no crazy mountains or nothing. It was pretty straight, but it was.
No, that's
it was,
great. That's something I
but-
always
and
wanted to
at
do.
that time, you could still climb up to the top of it. Now I've heard that you can't no more.
Well, because
But I saw-
people making their YouTube videos.
But I also saw the little the circle rings where they actually
Like
played that ball game
Oh,
or
yeah,
whatever
yeah, yeah.
to see who would win.
Did
Like
you get to
like
that one-
Apocalypto style?
Yeah. Did you get to that one point, like in the courtyard, where you can hear that echo, but it's like some kind of weird?
I was
effect?
so little and not appreciative. I was so angry I wasn't on the beach. I didn't want no fucking part of it,
Selfish.
dude.
Yeah, I
I
guess
was
Selfish.
a little fucking like a little pecker would.
Isn't that?
But today, if I could go, I'd be like,
you'd appreciate the shit.
yes,
Out of it, yeah.
I would appreciate. I appreciate a Tiquitwick now. I really
Your
think
dad was
that-
probably trying to have a moment
Yes.
with you. Yeah.
but they still have the pictures or whatnot, and but you know other stuff like that. Well, I forgot what I was talking about. My bad. Anyways,
Crazy places you've ever been to?
I mean, like where something crazy happened, or just like a cool,
Sure, both.
like I mean, I don't know. Like I haven't really been around where something insane happened. Like,
But just a crazy place. Just have your version of Centralia.
no.
well maybe she wants to
I
go
mean-
to the Big Apple. And she wants to be on the square. Is there somewhere you've ever
mean,
been that you liked?
No, I really liked Vienna, Austria. That was fucking cool.
You've been there?
Yeah,
That's
I got
right.
to do. I did one of those like Viking. Actually, this whole trip turned into it became crazy because of what happened. So my friend, Viking river cruises are usually people that are about 60 plus, and my friend
Is it
that's
an actual river cruise?
yeah. So you go down the Danube River, and mine started in Budapest and ended in Passau, Germany.
Wow.
Well, she's my friend who's like a second mom to me. Second night in, she falls down a fucking set of stairs.
No.
So she has to get like I'm drunk. Like so, I got her drunk. It's my fault. And then I went off.
I'm drunk. No, I got her drunk.
Almost killed
Yeah.
the bitch.
No, I got her drunk. Yeah. Oh my god, no. But no. So I disappeared and was smoking cigarettes with like the crew that worked on the ship. She decides to go down the stairs to the room because she's old and tired, I guess. Love you if you're watching. So she has to get taken to a hospital. I'm drunk as fuck off gin. Like, I can't, there's nothing I can do. They take her to a hospital in Budapest where they speak no fucking English. All this
poor
shit.
lady.
And she eventually, like, the boat still had to go to Slovakia, though. So the boat just keeps going, and she has to get, like, a 2-hour cab ride to me. Well, then this means I'm wandering around on all these things, like, by myself.
Yeah, fuck that.
So I just wander off in Austria.
How old were
Eventually,
you?
when we get there, this was like last year.
Let's
I'm
put
32
another
now.
shrimp on the
But
barbie.
so that was really interesting, and I did end up because she couldn't do anything. There was different. They had excursions that were guided, but you can go off and do whatever. So I was like, I'm gonna wander around Austria alone, and I just ran around.
Wow.
And like I just put on like my GPS and was like, okay. And I took myself out to dinner, had the best food ever. Like it was the shit. It was. A
So
little
you got to
scary.
do things you wouldn't have got to do if the lady wouldn't have got hurt.
A little bit, but then
You-
yeah,
You heard her.
I
you
did.
did it.
I
You
didn't.
heard her.
You did it with your willpower.
Her
and
liver
your
did.
mind.
It couldn't take it.
Sounds like
Yeah.
you.
Like, it was,
I
What is
think-
that, Carrie?
You did because you got her drunk. You got her drunk.
she started before I got there, and I just finished
You
it.
just admitted
So-
you
This is a
got
great
her
episode
drunk.
of Murder, She Wrote.
Well, she started on champagne, then I was like, let's have gin. But yeah, it was a whole thing.
Champagne right to the gin.
Yeah, no. But the best part is though, because she was in a wheelchair, we got in the fast pass.
I'm still scoring better. You just roll her and lock her brakes in, and you just go wander
Oh
around
my
Austria.
God.
Nice.
I feel like you just like hacked something in life for some people. They're just
No, like honestly, like if you're on a trip with someone, like find someone that will voluntarily break their shoulder, and then you can have the fast pass through the entire airport, and like it's great
Time of your
through customs,
life.
everything. But we actually got stuck in Germany an extra night because the flight got canceled, and then we just made friends with a bunch of people that were there, and a guy walked in our room and saw her naked because they gave him the wrong key. That was it was great because the door opens and you just hear, "Oh God!"
It is Europe.
Just shuts it.
Going back to the
That was-
wheelchair
They had locks
thing.
on the doors.
I've always
it was
wanted
a
to
trip.
strap a bunch of fireworks to somebody in a wheelchair and push them down a hill.
Well, yeah.
My grandpa would have loved that.
Yeah.
You know.
We can make that dream come true, sir.
Yeah,
Oh my
right.
God.
Was it Johnny
Not
Knoxville,
tonight.
Dirty Grandpa?
Oh,
Yeah, right,
okay.
I've seen that.
I mean,
too.
it is like
It's probably
close to 4th of
Jackass.
July.
Put it in
so,
reverse, Terry.
Yeah.
It may
If
happen.
there's going to be a good time,
I mean, I
It might
volunteer
be,
to strap him to a wheelchair, and you can strap Rockets to said wheelchair, and we'll all roll him down.
That's TikTok.
There we
That's
go.
the next
There you
TikTok.
go.
I've
video.
got a Dollar General shopping cart out there. We
That'll work.
can roll someone down the hill.
we are working this out, guys.
Thank
this
you,
is how things
DG.
get done.
Oh my God. I volunteer as tribute. That'd be great.
I want
I've got good short-term disability at work. Like, it's great.
I think someone would definitely die if they're doing the shopping cart wars.
Oh man, reminds me of the White Trash Olympics. Though we do need to get another cart.
Next
I know.
week, well, we need to have the writers meeting for that because I've got some really.
I think I still got an old Walmart cart my buddy stole me for like my 17th birthday.
We can have like shopping cart jousting.
Dude, it'd be like A Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Heath Ledger.
We wouldn't want to
Should've
kill
been there.
each other.
Somebody should dress up as
Great
zombie.
soundtrack to a movie.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, remember Knight's Tale?
Yeah. It's
Fucking
a good
great-
fucking movie. It is. I watched it more than once. It was so good.
That's our festival night.
Yes.
You see
There
what
we
we're
When I
go.
just
think
there, guys?
jousting,
Exactly.
I think
Yeah, it
80s
came,
rock.
like manifested itself.
Yep.
Boom! I was like, plat,
Speaking of
Yes.
The neurons are firing.
make sure that you guys manifest in the tip jar
Some
for
money.
Yes.
tonight. We'll make sure that anything that gets donated goes directly to the band. They've been great tonight. And speaking of, let's get one more song from Motherfucking Night.
Motherfucking night.
Hiding in our dreams, of lies and fantasies. Life ain't what it seems. So be what you want to see. Remember all the voices in my head. I'm dealing with the demons that I am. Revenging, but I'm finding it hard to live. I'm still good. All in the end. Life's been good to me. I should stop complaining. Like when I can't see. And shoes I don't need. Remember all the voices
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out, guys. We really appreciate it, man. You guys have fucking thrown down. You guys are what they call a power trio. You just wiped your ass all fucking over.
Right.
That's
That's a tight ass, though, man. It really was.
Too bad you'll never get a squeeze.
Get him
You
drunk
all kinds of
enough.
pleasure tonight,
Get him
man.
drunk enough.
Yeah.
Just bring a puffer fish around.
Yeah.
There you go.
Man, you want to puff the puffin' fish?
Oh, is that what we did?
Is that what you call it?
I think I'm gonna get like a
Puffer
puffer
fish
fish
games.
tattoo on my balls.
You know what? We should all commemorate this moment. We all should get pufferfish tramp stamps.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
There we go.
I'm more down than you think I am.
The fellowship of the of the
We're getting out of
pufferfish.
here, right?
Right, huh?
All right, so
Subject.
what time is it?
It's 9.
All right, so let's do one more segment, and then we'll cut it. Let's do this. Finding the thing. So basically, I saw this story. It's been going around here a little bit more recently, but I saw this a year ago on the Y Files, another great YouTube channel. If you haven't checked out the
Breaks
Y,
it
Heckle fish.
Dude.
Heckle fish.
Hecklefish tell truth.
But I really like AJ, and I love his show. I like the way he tells you the story as it's told. Which originally, when I first watched the show, I thought, I was like, what is this bullshit? And it took me a couple of times to realize that he was telling it as it was, and then debunking shit afterward. Because like when I first watched it, I was like, this guy's a fucking kook, and I would go something, you know. But when you realize it, so like AJ's got a really good show, The Wild Files. Haven't checked it out. But anyway. Let's go to the cards here. So, from 2006 to 2016, NASA was in Antarctica, and they were running an experiment to detect high-energy cosmic particles and waves from the universe. What they actually discovered, though, was that there were these radio waves emanating 2 miles from beneath the ice in Antarctica. The signal was detected, and they don't have an answer for why there's radio waves coming 2 miles from beneath the ice. Now, when you hear that, what's the very first thing that pops in your mind? The thing, right? Like when you think about that, it's like, okay, so if something's under the ice, that means that it's been there so long that a glacier has essentially formed over it, right? So, I mean, 2 miles of ice. You got to think. North America was at one time covered with 2 miles of ice.
Well, that kind of gets deeper. I don't know, man.
So you want to go to like the ice wall and what Antarctica?
Yeah, it really is.
So we could really do a whole episode.
Admiral
just
Byrd's
on
got.
that.
I mean, you know.
So there's a part where Admiral Byrd is in. There's a part where he's like in an aircraft, and then like he's flying over Antarctica, and he winds up coming across this one area that's completely green.
Yep.
He sees woolly mammoths and stuff like that. Right. Something. Right. You know.
And then they get intervened.
I've got it right here. I've got it right here.
Okay.
I Googled, are radio waves natural?
Because I was looking up something
I didn't know this. Yes, radio waves occur naturally. They are a type of electromagnetic radiation and can be produced by various natural sources, including lightning, pulsars, cosmetic microwave background radiation. So it doesn't mean Johnny Billy's out there with a two-way radio or something. So it could be
Or aliens underneath.
Aliens.
I mean, it's definitely aliens.
No, aliens.
It's definitely aliens.
But yeah, it could just be a natural fucking thing that they just detected.
So this antenna is called
Peckerwood.
That's about the
No,
fucking
HARPA?
pufferfish.
Is it DARPA or HARPA?
no,
Oh,
DARPA.
DARPA's
something
something
else. We could
different.
have a whole
And Project
fucking-
Harp's a whole different
Yeah.
thing.
No,
I get into all this shit.
Oh yeah.
It's called the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna, and what it actually is. Are we showing the video of it? You already showed. If you already showed it, it's fine.
I've seen it.
So basically, it's an antenna that it's lifted up with like a weather balloon.
What was its name again? What'd you say?
It is called the Antarctic Impulsive Transient Antenna.
Got you.
And basically, they lifted it up with like this huge balloon, and while it was supposed to be like trying to get like readings on waves and particles coming in, it was actually detecting it from directly underneath the ice there.
You said 2 miles down?
2 miles down, yeah. So it's really crazy because it's essentially underneath the glacier that's there. So then they're like, they can't figure out why there's radio waves beneath the ice, but then what could be actually under there? Is it something that has, is it an alien spaceship? Is it like, sending out an SOS or some shit like that? Is it just some kind of background feed? That
Maybe
we don't know
NASA
about
reached
this?
real outer space. And it's the other lands out there.
According to Bob Lazar, there's lots of spacecraft under the ground
Yeah.
that have been here for millions of
Oh,
years.
I mean, yeah, there's so much.
Oh, that's why I like the Abyss, too. Then you got the underground ones. The underwater ones.
They say that most of them originate, like when we see them flying around in the air, that mostly they're not originating from outer space, but they originate from the oceans.
Yes.
Yeah, from here.
From here, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that basically, if anything that we think winds up becoming possible, so like if we can think that there's interdimensional travel, then surely there's a point
Consciousness creates it.
Yeah, it's
Dun, dun.
Yes.
you don't know. So like, is this like us from the future or the past or interdimensionally? We don't know, and we'll probably never find out. And in this age, that we don't know what's real or not. Like the Iran war that's going on right now.
Dude, as far as I know, there might not even be anybody left anymore. We could just be what it is. What it is.
So you see,
anything left out
so you
there
see
anymore.
There's a
Just
lot of
like
people,
old B real from other things, because sometimes they play these bombs. It's like, man, it looks like the same shit they showed me in the '90s, like the same fucking video.
You heard the term, we're just scratching the surface. Well, we only live on the surface.
Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
There's Hollow Earth too, though,
And
like
I'm
where
not
there's
even
already
high.
there's society under it. Time Machine. I like Time Machine. It was awesome.
And like,
I love that movie.
I'm more on Hollow Moon than I would Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth.
Remember like
Yeah,
Death Star
fair
Moon, where it
enough.
was just put
Yeah.
there.
Like,
Why is it the same size as the sun?
so the moon.
Come on, man.
The
We
moon
just throw
here
math
recently.
there, make it sound
The
right.
moon here recently has gotten to the point like we're gonna get to the Voyager, man, and like it just like
Yeah.
I
I still keep up with that.
we'll do Voyager next time.
You talking about the one that exploded?
No, Voyager 1 and 2 that
Oh.
were released in '77.
the time capsule.
How I felt with it in the '70s and how optimistic I was about the Voyager and what it meant, and how I feel about Voyager now and what we've actually done. And I feel that if there was any possible way we can turn it around and send it the fuck back, we need to. I think it's
Right.
very. I think it's imminent that somebody wake the fuck up, turn it around, because there's not just one, there's two.
Yeah.
And they're not that far away from each other. They have already reached interstellar space. They have already reached the point that if
Already, like 50 years.
they one. Here's the thing about that. Two wound up running into something and they couldn't figure out what it was, and the message is sent back to us. I don't have it written down. It was unknown interaction detected.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Voyager 1, as it passed through the heliosphere itself, which is the point where we leave our solar system, like the point of like the encapsulation of our
Outside
sun,
of Pluto.
way past that. So basically, once once it reached outside the influence of the sun, they used AI because there's this random data that it was collecting, all this garbage and everything, and they used that AI to reevaluate everything. And what it found, and again, I wish I had more time to research this because I don't know if this is bullshit or not, but I found a couple articles on it saying the same thing, that it found information in the data back that we didn't see before that we saw now, where it appears that there was something trailing Voyager 1 as it was entering interstellar space.
Oh,
So
shit.
So they have you guys ever
No,
seen
it's gonna just say like now it knows where it came from.
Have you guys ever seen Star Trek the motion picture with V'ger, and they were wondering what V'ger is, and this omnipotent, all-knowing Star
Fuck
Trek?
Trekkies.
And they're like,
Fuck
so
turkeys.
basically, there's this like thing destroying worlds and universes, and basically they find out what it is, and it's Voyager 1 that was sent out to collect all the information in the universe, goes out, collects all the information in the universe, becomes its own all powerful, omnipotent being, and just starts destroying shit. And then they realize, they go into the center of Vidra, and they're like looking at this machine, and like I can't remember, it was like fucking Kirk, and he's like brushing off the side of the Voyager, and it just says Vidra, and he's brushing it off, and it says Voyager, and you're like, oh shit.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So like,
What Star Wars?
no, Star Trek. It's the
what
very
Star Trek was-
first
Star
movie.
Trek.
The first movies. The Star.
Yeah, don't start all that, man. That's
Yeah, yeah,
totally
yeah.
different
Yeah,
thing.
no.
That's-
love the
Star Wars
Trek
guy.
movie.
Will Shatner is gonna come here and fucking shank us.
I wish. We're gonna be shanked.
It's
by anybody,
currently
might as well be Kirk.
15.5 billion miles away.
Well, I thought it was interesting because like I forgot about the whole Voyager thing like altogether, and I was like, wait, we sent discs out because the discs are on there.
The golden
The
disc.
golden discs about like just a bunch of like human information,
No, no,
all
no.
the things
It-
allegedly.
No. It's not just. It is. It's not only they sent out a record that not only has audio, but it does have video. If you play it with, I can't remember how they said that you could see the video from it, but basically it is a picture disc too. But not only does it show life at that time, because it is almost a time capsule at this
Yeah,
point, but
right.
also it shows exactly where we are pinpointed in the universe.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's like, optimistically, I love Carl Sagan and what the idea was, and when I was a kid in the 70s, early 80s, and the whole idea of Voyager being this Gen X, postcard to the fucking universe, and it was romanticized, and it was so great, and it was one of these things of hope and optimism. And now I'm like, turn it back.
Right.
Turn it the fuck back.
Yes, but what I do think is cool about it is that I watched a whole video on it today because I needed a refresher on it. And what I think is interesting is that if it keeps on its current trajectory and just keeps going forever, eventually, I mean, it's not gonna be able to communicate with us anymore, and all that. The battery life is gonna die out. But what's interesting?
This year.
Yeah, but when it keeps going, if it doesn't run into anything, it will actually outlive Earth and will be the only trace of human life left.
Could be
That's
true, too.
Just
interesting.
going through space.
Again,
That's
it's
it.
true.
All we
there's
got.
two of them. So
Yeah.
we have two time capsules that capture us. And you also get to think, like, when we see the light from a star, we're seeing the light
Yep.
from then. So, like, that star is not even there anymore.
Exactly.
So by the time something does
Supposedly.
find us, by the time it gets to us, it's going to be completely something different. It might be dinosaurs again. You don't know what's going to be here by the time something else does find it. But the
Right.
fact that, like, so when you stare out into the abyss, there is something that's going to stare back at you. Do you want that thing to know where you are?
And this is where I gotta jump in here. And I just now thought about this since we've been chatting it up. Is you said that it was getting followed by something. It's had,
Voyager 1.
yeah, and it's encountered different things. It leads me
Both
to,
of them have.
Yeah, it leads me to believe that there's already alien life here.
Well, yeah.
Because whatever that was didn't come here for a reason.
Well, not only that, but we've have the last 100 years of, 50 years, 70 years of television, sending all these things out into the universe and everything, and it's just
Maybe that's why they keep us alive,
Every
is
shit
We're entertaining to
TV
watch.
show, movie.
Like, we're more funner than hamsters. I mean, yeah.
Voyager 1.
Fair enough.
Voyager 1 picked up the Blue Danube, which is a song that is, if you don't know what the Blue Danube is, you would know it because it's the song from 2001, The Space Odyssey. It picked that up. It sent it back, and they're like, what is this? And it's the fucking song from 2001, The Space Odyssey.
Well, then we get into who actually shot the moon landing, and
That's a
maybe it's a tribute to
I
their.
watched a whole thing
their
about
little,
with Joe Rogan and the moon landing, and that shit had me going for like a whole day.
All you gotta do is watch the Channing Tatum movie. Did y'all
Oh
see
yeah,
that?
I'm not gonna watch it, but I saw the previews.
It's them recording it and then putting it. It's about the moon landing, and for some reason Hollywood let it out now that the moon landing was faked by them.
It's not been officially out.
It do be making sense.
It's in a movie.
Yeah.
It is, and I remember seeing the movie. It's
They like to also make
it's a
movies and
slow
you're like, oh, that
burn.
was just a movie.
It is a slow
Yeah.
burn.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn, but it
It's
shows
It's
you
painful.
the process.
But yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But they did make, what you're saying, there is a movie. I remember seeing previews for it.
No, I was saying
Because the
that.
dude was like, Channing Tatum was like, he's pissed off. He was like, I'm not going to fake this. You know what I mean? Yes, you
And then they
will.
make 'em fake it, yeah.
Yes, you will, Neil.
Yeah.
Chase, thank you for coming out, brother.
Hey, thanks for
Angela.
having
Been
me
fun.
on. I was a random, and these guys treated me like a friend.
You are a friend.
been
now.
Boy,
Yeah, man.
You're a friend.
you come back again, you call a returning champ.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a lure.
back to back.
Well,
Exactly.
it's, if you come on the show twice, you're a returning champ, and 3 times you're a VIP, which means you could just drop in whenever. You don't even have to hit me up; just
Nice.
drop in.
Vols.
Guess
Speaking
I'm
of-
returning then. There we
Yeah,
go.
that's right.
We'll be
Yeah.
hitting some open mics in Nashville, so
I
we'll
feel like
be
Grandpa's
stopping
Lake
by.
Candy
We're getting
made it
booked.
last time.
What open mics?
Huh?
So where's the open mics at? What's the name of the place?
I don't know yet in Nashville because I started
There's
hitting.
actually 4 open mics. If you're
There's a
comedian,
list.
and, go to there's a Facebook page called Nashville Comedy Fans and Nashville Comedy-ers. I don't know why there's a hard R, but anyway.
It's written by a white man, so.
Oh man.
Look, you guys got one more in you? All right. So one more time. There's a tip jar there. Please support local music. Anything that you guys tip, make sure that you say the name of the band that you want to tip. We'll make sure that we get it to that band.
Yes.
For the most part, I'm Reverend Muffington. This is Male Fascist Pig, Angela Wolfe, Chase
Benedict. Ladies
and gentlemen, night.
I don't think about, I don't care about your opinions on the side what I'm allowed. What I think about or what I care about. Your opinions on the side what I'm allowed. When I was asked for a sign, and then you showed me every time. I didn't know what I was given. I kept asking for reasons why. And now that my path has been I can tell you one reason why. I don't think about, I don't care about your opinions on the side what I'm about. What I think about or what I care about. Your opinions on the side what I'm about. I'm at the edge of my time. The light left to pass me by. Whisper the thoughts in my head. Digest these words I just heard. Now that the real picture, the way that I live my life. I don't think about, I don't care about your opinions on the side, what I'm about. What I think about, or what I care about. Your opinions on the side, what I'm allowed.
Thank you so much. This is awesome, dude. We love this.
Hell for the fuck yeah. How long y'all been playing music?
Together for 2 years.
Yeah.
They're seasoned vets.
Are we off?